I have some chicken wire in this chicken PDF file. I will try to have a copy of this available over on our website so you could print it out. And I'm going to lay the PDF down onto the chicken wire and cut around it. Now, this is not going to be perfect. I really just want the shape of the chicken's body and head without all the extra detail. Next, I went outside. I have a lot of pine trees on my property, and I cut off some pine needles, and I'm just going to pretty much group them in about 2 or 3 depending on the fullness of the needles, and I'm going to zip tie them to the chicken wire. And I'm starting on the right side where the chicken's tail or back end would be, and I'm just going to start layering my pine needles. Again, using zip ties to hold everything down in place. Now, when I get to the head area, this was a little more tricky. I am going to start to trim the needles so they're a little shorter, and I'm going to face them in the other direction. We've been going and laying them down the same direction, but as we move towards the head, I did change the direction. And then I'm going to shape my pine needles so that they all are kind of the same length. Now I have 2 pieces of wood. One's a triangle. I painted that in some Wise Owl chocolate, and the other is a heart. I painted that in some Wise Owl Republic red. And I only painted the areas that are going to be shown. I glued those 2 pieces together. I then have a bow that I'm going to place around the neck area of my chicken. Now this is a wreath, so it's not going to be perfect. Now I added some eucalyptus as the comb to the chicken's head, and then I also glued down the triangle piece and the heart piece, and this is going to be the beak in the mouth of the chicken. So this is what we have so far. I did take a piece of artificial pine needles, and I'm going to add that to make it look like the wing of the chicken. It's a different texture and color, so it just gives it a little more detail. And I did dry brush a little bit of white on top of that. Now I have these pine stems. They come from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to use these to make the chicken's feet. I cut 2 pieces shorter and left the 3rd piece long, and I just wrapped it around to hold everything together, and then there's one leg, and I repeated the same thing to make another leg. And now these can go onto the back side, and I'm going to hold those in place using a zip tie to attach it to the wire. And this is bendable, so you can move the feet into the position that you would like. I think this came out really cute, and I'm going to hang mine on the door of my chicken coop. Now, since I did pick these pine needles off the tree, I have some wilt stop. It's supposed to help the pine needles hold in the moisture to keep them from browning. And there you go. Now we have this very fun chicken wreath. I hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out other tutorials over on our webpage. Have a great day.